Sidharthworld, your own channel. Today I am here to talk about 5 simple ways and how you can remember anything faster, be it your subjects, be it your anything that you learn. We tend to believe that remembering is easy, and most of us we face difficulty in terms of remembering. So today in this video I am going to talk about the 5 simple steps following which, if you keep on practicing for maybe like a pretty much a weeks or 10 days time with consistent and with full discipline, you will start getting the result and remember. And this all comes with a practice. As long as you practice, it works. As long as you don't practice, it does not work. Now at first we need to understand, before moving on to these 5 points, why do we need to remember these things? Remembering things because maybe like as a student you are studying something, you need to remember because that is something that you're going to put for your lifetime work. If you don't remember, then the difficulty is you won't able to do it, and if you don't able to do it, you will not be able to score that. So for example, you're preparing for your examination. If you don't remember the answers, then you won't be able to write the answers in the examination, and then eventually you will not get it. But is it only restricted up to the examination? No, it is beyond examination. It is going, because after a certain point you have to deal with this and you have to read on this, because going further you will put that learning into practice. So learning does not mean just learning. Learning means it is also mugging up, it is also like remembering the subjects and understanding. So without any further delay, let's move on to the 5 topics. So the first point is read it out loud. Read it out loud, which means whatever you're reading, when you keep reading louder, like you just do mind reading and mumming up, then it won't work. But as soon as you start reading it louder, like when I'm speaking, if I keep quiet and speak in my mind, it won't reach to you. But if I speak louder, it is reaching to everyone. So the louder you will be, you will engage your auditory and verbal memory, which means what you are reading, your audit, your voice, and your memory, your verbal memory, which is remembering, recording every information, will make it easier for you to remember. When we do silent reading, what happens is we are reading, but because the voice is not there, so the brain is recording, but it's in a mute mode. So you don't have any information stored in your brain. But when you start speaking it, reading it louder, it starts getting recorded in your brain and you start to remember more better way. Second one, write it down. Whatever you read, whatever you remember, write it down. Writing down helps to solidify the information that is there in your brain, because you might be very good at remembering, but it also matters how fast you can write, because while reading, while remembering, like you're reading louder and recording it in your verbal memory, immediately when you start putting into practice and you write it down, it solidifies the information. So what you remember, now you have all written in the same thing. Now that solidify the information. So going further, you will not, because it will have a longer hold in your memory, and plus you can refer back to the notes, because what you studied, because you will be continuously studying for so many things and you might not remember. But because you have remembered and you have already write it down, already taken the note, so you can always refer the notes and you can always recall it in your memory, like what you have learned and what you have written is that. Third is using a mnemonic device. Mnemonic device such as acrostic and rhymes can help to make information more memorable by connecting it to something you already know. For example, mnemonic device means it's a kind of technique that you can use. Say for example, how kids remember this one. Say for example, take a childhood rhyme of Johnny Johnny Yes Papa. The moment you start telling, the child start responding, because it is remembered in a rhyming way. It's a very common way. So you use some kind of term which is rhyming to that term which you will remember. Read it aloud, write it down. Why that one you will be memory. How you can memorize things, that is your technique of understanding. You use the technique, you memorize. You don't use the technique, you don't memorize. It's as simple as that. Then the fourth point is break it up into chunks. Chunks in the sense you break down. If it is a larger picture, don't study that whole chapter in a larger context saying okay, I'll complete the whole chapter. No, the ultimate is break down into smaller chunks. Smaller chunks means each topic you break down, and now you see, instead of saying okay, this is the chapter and this much time it is there and this is the size. Now you have 1 hour time and you have one full chapter. Break down into smaller chunks and say 10 minutes block or 20 minutes block. So 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Now because you've broken down, you know how many topics to cover. Rather than seeing the number of pages, you will start going by the number of topics and you will finish it off. One topic finished, memorized, written, move on to the next topic, move on to the next topic. Now, breaking up information into smaller chunks makes it easier to process and remember, because you cannot process the whole chapter at one go, but you can always process a smaller chunk of information very fast. So the smaller chunk you process, the faster you learn, the faster you learn, the faster you gain it and remember it. Try organizing information in a list or chart. Whenever possible, if you have a topic which has got some sub points, make it as a chart form and then remember it. And then if you still want to go at the one more step, you keep it as a list. So both the ways you can use it. So if you forget the list, you can remember the chart. If you remember the chart, there is nothing else going to be done. Then the fifth point is use visualization. Visualization means creating a mental image of the information you are trying to remember, can help to make it more memorable. Like for example, when we talk about a food, we memorize we imagine a food picture in our brain. The same way, if we talk about a place, we try to memorize. So there is always a connect to some information in some part of the world. All you have to do is, when you are reading a topic or when you are planning deciding a topic and remembering a topic, remember in a visualization. As and when you are reading, put a memory in your mind, create a picture in your mind. Once you create that picture, what happens is, you will not forget, but it will be very easy for you to store those information. Try to visualize a scene or a story that includes the information you are trying to remember. For example, if you are remembering a problem, or if you are remembering an essay, or if you are remembering a theory, imagine the story behind it. Create a story in your mind, like this is how it would have been, this is how it will be, because you have a script already. The paragraph which you are reading, the title is the heading. The heading which is reading is the title. Then the paragraph which you are reading is a script. Now, considering to be that as a dialogue, read that and imagine the picture, what it will be, what kind of story, and build a story on that paragraph. Once you build that story, what happens is that story sticks to it and you don't forget very soon. And then it will be very easy for you to retain that information for a very longer time. And with this, we have come to the end of the 5 simple steps of learning anything faster and remember anything faster. These are just a few tips to help improve your memory and muscle memory power. And remember, practice makes it perfect. And so keep using these tips and you will be remembering things faster in no time, only when you put consistently, only when you put it and you remember. So you will remember up and you will get success. Ultimately, the success lies in practice, and practice is only when it comes in disciplined way. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Sidharthworld, your own channel. And before leaving, please do like the video and share the video to others who will be in need of it, and keep watching the same channel for more tips and tricks. And we shall be back. See you next time with the next new video. Until then, this is Siddharth signing off for now, and I shall be back at 9 p.m. tonight with a live stream. So stay tuned and keep watching. A lot of videos are coming up. I will be putting a lot of videos, and yes, the live stream will be up in the night. And from today, we have committed to make the live stream possible. So we'll make the live stream active. Thank you very much, and I shall see you back maybe in a Instagram shorts and YouTube video. And also, yes, we are starting up with the podcast, so keep watching the channel intro trailer coming up with a new one on 2020 for 2023. All the plans and all the discussions are there on that channel, and we shall be posting that video on the top of it. So the channel history, the channel trailer, everything will be there. So keep watching that one, and until then, go back, watch this, and analyze the things, analyze these 5 points, and try to put it into practice and see what the result you are getting. We will be back with new video, and that's all for this edition of this blog. Thank you very much. Take care, have a fun, bye bye.